Hi, my name is Chris Davison. I am the CEO and co-founder of BigPay. We are a challenger bank in Southeast Asia. We have about 100 employees. Our main market is Malaysia. We're in a closed beta now in Singapore, and we're expanding in 3 different countries over 2020. Our key products are, we have a prepaid debit card, we have our own intra-Southeast Asia remittance product, and we're just launching a contextualized lending point-of-sale checkout product. So to go back to your question just now, we have well over 1 million users now. We are the largest challenger bank in the region. We processed over $1 billion of payments last year, and we're the biggest new card issuer in our home market. We launched 2 years ago. We have a great founding team, very technical, very international. Our chairman is actually the founder of AirAsia, Tony Fernandez. He launched one of the biggest airlines in the world, and he is a regulated business across all of the markets that we are in, and it's been a great source of inspiration how to build a challenger bank across Southeast Asia. We've been very product-led. I think the key thing about the product is the localization. So we have different top-up channels via every different market. We have cash load networks. We have different KYC by different jurisdictions. So we have built a universal product in a hyper-localized market, which is actually the secret of what we're doing. And we did some research. We're trying to work out why people are using it. We have an industry-leading engagement metric of 60% of our active users. And we're trying to work out why people are using it as much as they are. It was essentially this. I mean, people say that banks in Europe are not great. In Southeast Asia, if you go to the, I recommend, be my guest, come to the Philippines, come to Malaysia, and then the other competition are rider-hailing apps who are not really concentrating on complex financial problems or financial infrastructure. So we are out-competing Alipay in our home market. We are out-competing WeChat by an order of magnitude, and all of the state-owned banks in terms of issuing, in terms of payment volumes right now, on a very, very small budget. So to give you an order of magnitude, we're probably taking 20 times less capital than the average challenger bank to get to the similar metrics. And we're focusing on very similar things, building a fair, transparent, low-fee model with great localized payment infrastructure. I'm going to take a step back and take a 30,000-foot view of Southeast Asia, and I think this is a key to understanding the narrative of what we're building. It's a 700 million population. There's no passporting and financial services. Half of everyone is under 30 years of age. Most people are unbanked. Everyone is underbanked. Everyone is the fastest growing consumer market in the world, and everyone is wanting to transact online and on their phones. Most people in the market have decided to do closed-loop merchant acquiring with a QR code, and then they are offering discounts on both sides of the transaction. Fundamentally not what we're doing. We're focusing on building core next-generation mobile bank. Many people say it's obvious what's going to happen. China is going to dominate. Local banks will dominate and block other people out. But actually, by being nimble and agile and using great tech, we are able to not only compete, but out-compete some of the biggest fintech companies in the world. We launched in October our own remittance product. This is highly restricted, exotic currencies, relatively low liquidity compared to normal currency pairs. So we actually get much higher spreads on our ability to move money around, and it's creating great efficiency in terms of SMEs and retail customers being able to move their money around. As I said, actually Southeast Asia is highly diverse, but if there's one thing that unifies it, it's actually shopping. It's almost like a religion, both online and offline. BigPay enables that very seamlessly and very integrated across multi-markets. We are essentially the Venmo of Southeast Asia as well. We allow cross-border payments, we allow domestic payments, and we just recently, for Chinese New Year, did e-Ang Pao to allow people to send money in red envelopes virtually across Southeast Asia. I think this is really, really key. So hyper-localization and hyper-personalization is key to winning. There's no one-size-fits-all. You can't take another platform and apply it there for regulatory reasons. You need to shard your data architecture in a different way. And also, you need to have product-market fit, what resonates, what the customers want in different markets. And understanding the nuance of these markets is actually the key to being able to execute both operationally and from a business standpoint. Coming back, to circle back to where we were, it's a huge unbanked, undocumented market. There's 700 million people. People don't have access to financial services. We're meeting an unmet need. We're democratizing financial services and essentially making financial inclusion a reality, as well as building sustainable and profitable business.